Hello everyone, Richard here, and today I want to talk a little bit about how your 8 steps works. This is not going to be a very long video, and I just want to apologize ahead of time because I'm really going to be, brutally honest, and so I just don't want to offend anybody or anybody doing something different or anything like that. I'm just going to share some experiences with you and kind of share some of the steps in the back office of your 8 steps. The first thing I want to talk about is, when you sign somebody up, they come to the home page here, and you got like a welcome video and some words below it telling you to take action and not to procrastinate and reasons why, and setting up your traffic machines, and all this stuff on this homepage is very important for people to read and follow along with each one of the steps. It's a lot of great information, and it really goes into some things about getting started properly, and that's one of the things that can set you up for failure in an online business. Many people are out there struggling. Making internet marketing work can be very difficult, even for seasoned pros. There's slower times, there's busier times of year, you got some ups and downs. But the thing is, getting started right and following a system that will actually, lead you where you want to go. And today, online, more and more stuff is about having a system to follow and a system to put people through, because you need to train people, and you need something that they can rely on, where they can go and follow a step-by-step process to building their business. Traffic is one of the biggest things I see. I go to many forums and chat things and Facebook fan pages, and I've always said that I go through them just to read what people are struggling with as to what I need to put into me and Brenda, what we need to put into your 8 steps. And the biggest thing I always see is people are dying for traffic. They don't know how to get started, and that's 2 of the biggest hurdles that we accomplish with your 8 steps. Is we show you how to drive an unbelievable amount of traffic if you follow the steps. And a lot of people out there, are under the misconception that traffic exchanges and safe lists don't work. And the people that think that, I'm sorry if you're one of them listening to this. It's absolute bullshit. Traffic exchanges and safe lists work super well. They've been around longer than I've been online marketing, and I've been doing this about 10 years. Some of these traffic exchanges have over 500,000 members. Easy Hits for You, Traffic Swarm, lots of them have over 100,000 members. They're there, and there's that many people who have joined them because they work. It's just having a process to make them work. So don't give up if you're advertising in traffic exchanges and safe lists and you're not getting any results yet. You need to just keep going, because there is a process and you need lots of traffic. I may use some other traffic sources once in a while, but my business has been built 80 to 90% completely off of traffic exchanges and safe lists. And there's a good reason why, is because it just works and it's cost effective. You may drive a little bit more traffic to get the results you're looking for, but the people that I find that I get from traffic exchanges and safe lists are a lot of times of a much higher quality than even when I've bought in a solo ad. Sometimes the solo ads I've bought in are totally duds, where I've gone and bought a solo ad off somebody's list, and I've gotten opt-ins and everything, but a lot of them don't do anything. And that's why I'm always trying to figure out how to get people to start off on the right foot, and through everything that me and Brenda share and do, trying to get you to follow a system, and a system that we both use to create leads and income and build traffic. Now, after the homepage, we go to step 1 here, and you'll see that we have, in step 1, a video information about how to set up and put your IDs in, or username, whatever the traffic exchange calls for. And we have a list of traffic exchanges back here, and these traffic exchanges, it's important to use a variety. That's why there are basically around 20 traffic exchanges in this step. It's important to use a variety, so you're not always constantly just advertising to the same dynamics of people. Each one of these traffic exchanges, the owners are advertising in different areas, their members are maybe advertising in different places, so they're constantly bringing in members to each one of these traffic exchanges, but they're coming from all different, avenues. And that's important because that way you're showing your website to a variety of people. I'm actually a member of around 200 traffic exchanges, maybe more than that. I've lost track. I'm sure Brenda is in a mass number of them too, and the same with Safeless. But traffic exchanges, they really are effective because you got to remember all these people that are in each one of these traffic exchanges, they're looking to get traffic and they're looking to make money. Okay, so this is actually targeted traffic because that's all these people that are in these traffic exchanges are looking for. They're looking for how to build more traffic to their own pages and sites, and number two, any kind of tool that may help them, or a system like your 8 steps or process, and they're looking to make more money. So, the lead capture pages that we develop for you, and Brenda has so awesomely done, these are all targeting different aspects of people using these T's and Safelist and other advertising avenues. Now, when you take a look at the traffic exchanges and you start using them, you basically have one of two ways you can get started. You can either start for free and start earning the traffic, meaning you don't upgrade in any of them, and you go into them and you start using them and click for credits. And those credits you use to advertise your splash and squeeze pages. And if you have money, you can buy the traffic. And the thing that you want to be doing, though, is building up your traffic. Building what we call residual traffic, because otherwise you're always going to succumb to either your time and effort or your money. And that's what your 8 steps is about, is a system to help you build residual traffic in them. And by advertising your 8 steps, that's what you will do, is you will build downline in all these programs, and you will start to build some residual traffic. So like this past week, I wasn't online hardly at all. I was gone to a wedding. I was best man in a wedding, and most of the week we had wedding activities going on constantly. So I didn't spend any time online, but I still got signups to all my programs and everything that I'm promoting, and signups to your 8 steps and commissions, because I have residual traffic. I can just assign the traffic because it builds every day. So now my traffic is no longer dependent upon my money or my time and effort. And I'll show you just a quick snapshot of my Gmail account. And I just did this today, did a search real quick and starred a bunch of them. But you can see I have over here on the left, I have over 755,000 emails in my inbox. And this is because I use this Gmail account solely for marketing purposes. So it's kind of hard to find emails in here when I want to. But I did do a quick search and my eyes started to get buggy when I was trying to read through them all to grab some of these to show you what my inbox looks like in just one of my email accounts. And this is only one of them. All my referral notifications and commission notifications don't come here. This is just a partial listing of some, and I couldn't find them all, obviously, in that many amount of emails. But if you look on the right-hand side, you can see the dates, and pretty much every day my inbox, if I was to filter out my messages of all the spam and all the Safeless messages and T messages I get, you will see that I'm getting signups and commissions every day. And this is always like this, and whether I'm online or not. This is what happens. I get commission notifications, I get sign-up notifications, and lots of them. And like I said, this is just one of my accounts, and part of the emails I searched through to find that I could find to give you an example and show you how powerful having a system like your 8 steps to build your business really is. Now, when you look at these notifications, you see I just earned a commission, I got traffic splash cash, downline, you sign up a referral notification. The thing about these, and the thing about what your 8 steps does, is all these programs here, all these T's, all the Safeless, all the income programs in here, I'm completely honest when I say I get paid from every single program in your 8 steps. So here's 20 sources of traffic that I use, but I have 20 sources of income because of how well your 8 steps promote in the system that I use through building my list and through building downline in your 8 steps, I'm getting paid just alone from traffic exchanges from 20 of them a month. Now, that's pretty awesome. And not a lot of people can say that. A lot of people's traffic sources they're buying traffic like a one-time investment. They're buying a shot on somebody's list, like a solo ad, for, let's say, $100. And if the ad is a bust, they're done. Or if they even get a few people from it, it's still done. That's the end of that traffic. You would have to make another $100 purchase in order to get more traffic. There's not a lot of free advertising online that you can use successfully without a lot of effort. I'm talking a lot of effort. And it's the same with Tees and SafeList. You are going to have to work if you don't have some money to upgrade them, and most of the upgrades, like I said, are very small. You're talking $8 a month, $10 a month, $6 a month. And that's going to help leverage your time where you can have credits every month from your upgrade. It also increases your commissions. And pretty much what ends up happening, as I built my business, I ended up upgrading in almost all of the traffic sources that I'm using. Because as soon as I refer some people to them, it's going to pay me back anyway, and I won't ever pay for the traffic again. That's the beauty of Tees and SafeList. Traffic sources that pay you. And, some of these commissions can get quite nice. And that's another reason the specific Tees are in here, is these have been some of the best paying ones over the years. John Bell's site, Fast Cash and Traffic, Explosive Hits, List Builder Plus, his sites pay excellent. Marty's do Hot Website Traffic. These programs pay well, and that's why they're picked. Traffic Delivers, that one pays well, and I'm always getting commissions from it. And I'll show you another example. You've seen the Gmail one here with some of the signups I picked out of there, and like I said, you can look on the right hand side, see the dates. You see pretty much every day I'm getting, and that's what I could just filter out of that almost 800,000 emails. And then here's a shot of Friday, basically, and a couple Saturday on my Yahoo account, showing you, the opt-ins and referral notifications. And you'll see here the e-wallet to check notification. That's because I sent myself a check from my e-wallet from my Empower network. Receive funds in my e-wallet. Here's 2 receive funds in 2 different e-wallets. Hot website traffic commissions. You just earned a traffic swarm commission. Fast cash and traffic commissions. Then you see some more opt-ins in here. And that's pretty much the way it is every day when you use a system like your 8 steps. And again, I just scanned through my emails and picked out as many as I could by starring them and then putting them in an order real quick so I could do this video. But that's not all of them, and that's not even all my email accounts where I get notifications from. Your 8 steps is a fabulous system because it takes away the hurdles and the struggles that most people are going to encounter, and plus you have a support system between me and Brenda that you can lean on to really shortcut the process, learn as much from us as you can, follow what we do, and your inboxes will look like that. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. For some of you it may. Some people have success quickly because they grasp everything. They have a great work ethic. They're willing to invest some money into their business. But either way, if you're struggling to make something work, you don't need the next shiny diamond. Your 8 steps has every aspect of what you need to be successful online. We have income programs. You go to step number 5, and we have 3 of the most highest paying income programs online in our system. But they're not just in our system. We got Empower Network, Pure Leverage, and Green Label. And Green Label is going to be a huge contender. If you're not in it, you need to get in it now and pay the $25 and get started. That's your chance to join something from the beginning, even though that's not necessary. You don't need, I joined Empower Network long after it ever launched, and I make plenty of money from it. It's not saturated by any means, even though you would think, because you see so many ads a lot of times, but it's not. They have only 90,000 or 100,000 paid members. Some of the traffic exchanges alone, like Traffic Swarm, has almost 1 million members. They haven't nowhere reached any kind of saturation or anything. This is just as good a time to get started. And, we took these income programs and we made it part of your 8 steps. Sometimes people take these programs and put them in a downline builder and just say join them. And that's not what we did. We're actually teaching you and giving you information about each program and to the people you refer here, because that's powerful. We're giving them information more than just seeing a sales page. They get to see this every time they log in. So it works. And that information that we put in is we actually integrate them into the steps. And Power Network is on step 8 as the blogging system to use. You're going to have many blogs as part of the other two. You're going to have a blog part of all 3 of these income programs. But we integrated as one of the teaching steps to get your Empower Network going and get a blog going, because it is an authority blog. And we set it all up for you. Basically, you join, you pay your money, you pay your reseller fee, and you're in the program, and now you start blogging every day. And blogging is another powerful avenue for getting business and getting known and becoming authority of what you're talking about. I mean, I have 4 blogs that I post to, and I've gotten a lot of sales and commissions from those as well. It's part of my overall marketing strategy. You know, Brenda has blogs, and that's what we do, is we teach exactly what we do. There's nothing in here that we're not doing. And so that's why we put it in here. And you're going to have, like I said, a blog. Each one of these, you're going to have a blog that you can use. But back to what I was saying, is we actually integrated into the steps. We use Pure Leverage because you need an autoresponder. So that is part of the steps to build your list. And we explain to you how to set it up, what to do. You know, and anytime you need support, you got 3 different ways you can get a hold of us to get questions answered or help. So there's no lack of help in this Your 8 Steps program. None. You're going to get help. And Green Label's integrated is Dom has gone out of his way to help us make pages that are just plug and go. You just put in your autoresponder code from Pure Leverage from your back office, and you put it into Green Label, and away you go. You take your links and you can advertise some beautiful splash pages. Green Label makes some awesome splash pages that, you know, most people are not going to be able to make on their own. So we created some done for you ones through Green Label. Now, the only way you can have access to them, of course, is upgrading in Green Label. That's integration, being part of the system. And that's what we try to do. We try to increase commissions by integrating everything into the system so that people are shown why they need it. Because all these programs, we just don't tell you to join them. We're part of them. We use them. That's what I do. Every one of these programs I personally use, Brenda personally uses to build their business. They don't just look at them. They're just not back here to pay money to and collect commissions from. They're to help you generate more commissions. And, you know, that's why Your 8 Steps is another reason why it's so powerful. It has everything, including support. A lot of these systems don't have that. They'll maybe have some traffic you can buy, and that's about it, but they give you no fundamental way to learn how to build traffic on your own and how to build residual traffic where that traffic pays you a check every month. Now, how would you like to get paid from 40 different companies every single month? Think how easy it is then to make money by promoting one link, but building income in 40 programs that all people online need. Because all these programs in Your 8 Steps, in one way or another, a person needs something from them. And that's the thing. We made Your 8 Steps highly consumable, meaning people got to have traffic. You got to have daily traffic every day. You got to have an autoresponder, and you're going to use it for the rest of your marketing career. That's highly consumable. A blog is highly consumable because you post content to that, and the search engines are going to eat it up, and you can keep posting content to it and get more referrals and sales by making a post every day, one a day, about what you want to blog about and adding some affiliate links here and there. And that's powerful. And, you know, and I've talked a lot about traffic exchanges, but I also want to talk about these safe lists. Safe lists, in my opinion, Brenda is the absolute master at using these. She has built more numbers using safe lists than I can shake a stick at. She is like incredible with what she does with these things. I see her ads plastered all over the place in my Gmail account. She gets her message out there, and so please don't just take and join the traffic exchanges. You want a functioning business, you need to be getting traffic from both traffic exchanges and safe lists. Safe lists are powerful. You can reach people immediately. And they're no different than teas, except in the way that your message is delivered. Traffic exchanges is your message is delivered via a browser, clicking for credits. Safe list and list builders, your message is being delivered to their email box. So they click on it and then they're able to see what page you're advertising. But these are powerful, they're quick. And all of them give you free credits to join. Most of these do. And bonus credits for referring people. And that's how you build residual traffic. But again, these are some of the best paying safe list that are out there. The lead magnet. It's a powerful advertising resource. These advertising resources work extremely well. You just have to use them and keep building traffic. That's what I did right in the beginning when I started. I'm not the type of guy who's a quitter. I'm not the type of guy who gets some bad results and then decides it's not worth it or it doesn't work. I'm the type of guy that I have to figure out how to make it work. And actually, I'm going to make it work is my attitude. I'm not going to just use it and hope that I get results. I'm going to figure out how I'm to get results by using those resources until I've absolutely burned them up by advertising them in so much it makes your head spin. And that's what I did right in the beginning. I would advertise them constantly. Sometimes I'd work 14 to 16 hours a day because in my situation, I was bankrupt, lost everything I owned. I used to own a bunch of retail stores, and I had to start completely over. So I had time. I didn't have as much money, but I had time. So I'm a worker. I had to work myself out of the hole, and I clicked my ever-living guts out. And I tried to refer people to them by advertising one at a time, teas and the safe list. Try to get some referrals because I understood how you could build some residual traffic. Started to use downline builders a little bit. And started to realize that you could really build up a lot of traffic doing both and buying some upgrades. So then I started upgrading, using little bits of money I had to get an upgrade here and there. And some of these programs I've been upgraded in for 10 years. Because that's why I said it's highly consumable. I need the traffic. And that's what you're offering to people when you get referrals in here is a whole slew of marketing tools and traffic at their disposal. There's not a lot left in the dark to what to do. It walks people step by step what exactly we did to build our own businesses, what we're currently doing to build our own businesses, and if necessary, we make changes if something we find isn't that good or isn't producing good results. And you just have to plug in and follow the steps. Do what the steps say to do. You need to be upgraded in your 8 steps. It's a one-time commission. Or a one-time payment. You're going to make commissions off of people, 50% higher commissions, or higher commissions by being upgraded. That should be one of the first things you do is upgrade and then plug into the system and follow it. If you're upgraded, you're making a commitment to yourself to make marketing work. That's the thing. You have to commit. When I opened my retail store, it took me like $100,000 just to get it off the ground. And I've said this before in other videos, and I'm not trying to be redundant, but I'm trying to get across a point to you. That $100,000 gave me a burning commitment because if I failed, I'm going to lose $100,000. So I worked my ever-living ass off. I was the first one there and the last one to leave, and I was there almost 7 days a week. And I was there till the end when the economy here tanked and I lost them all. But my point is that commitment is what you have that keeps you working when sometimes things don't seem like they're going right or you're not getting any results. This kind of stuff online for most people is not going to happen overnight. Nothing is going to be super fast. You're not going to be raking in the dough in days. It's going to take a commitment and take some time. Once in a while, you're going to hit a home run. You're going to find some people underneath you by referring people that are going to be superstars. They're going to have a lot of experience. They find the system because you advertise it. You're out there advertising. And boom, they take off, and it helps build your own business. And that's the thing about our system. People can just plug and go. And someone experienced, when you find them, can just run right through it really quick. Other people who are new, a little bit of a learning curve to get going and go through each one of the steps. And that's the thing. If you haven't gone through every one of these steps, you really need to go through every step, go through every word in this system, every word of it. And you're going to come to the understand how each part works and why it's there and what its purpose is. And everything we do is about trying to increase commissions for you and increase the number of referrals that you make so that you're building. I didn't show you my Gmail account, those referral notifications and my Yahoo account here for my benefit and to brag about how good I am. I was showing you those to show you this is what can happen for you if you follow these steps, because that's what I do every day. That's what Brenda does. If you follow those steps, you will start to get those same notifications. You just keep advertising. And if you refer someone and they don't do nothing, who cares? You move on and you keep going. That's what internet marketing is, to push it out there, to get it to be successful, is you just keep going no matter what. If you just keep building traffic, keep building referrals, even one at a time, until you can build more in a day, it will start to happen, and you'll start to get a better grasp on it if you're new. And if you're not new and you understand this stuff, you should be running wild with this. This will put commissions in your pocket from 40 programs and 3 of the best paying income builders online. I really try to, my heart and soul is in this, to try to portray the message that we believe in and what's in this system for you. It just plain old works. You don't need to keep looking for a new shiny diamond, because you'll run into the same struggles with anything if you don't follow through and you don't pursue it and don't keep going through your hurdles. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do today, is go through all these steps. Even if you've seen them once, go through them again, get a grasp on all the programs, get upgraded, follow what the system teaches, and plug in your links, your IDs into all these different portions of the downline builders in here, and start referring people to your 8 steps and building your list. And you will start to see your income grow exponentially. And like I said, it's not going to be overnight. Some of you may, based on your experience and how much you're going to work and invest into your business, but this thing will absolutely do the job for you. You don't need another shiny object. This has everything. Don't listen to anybody. If anybody says that traffic exchanges don't work, I told you in the beginning, that's absolute bullshit. Me and Brenda are absolute living, breathing proof that they work. And I wouldn't keep doing them. I wouldn't promote them to anybody if they didn't. I just ran into a guy the other day who was telling me that he's never used them, but he's starting to come around to them, that he would like to try them out. And, with marketing, that's not how you do it. You don't just try something out. You plug into it and you go. That's how you find out if something works. Commitment. And I just wanted to share this with you guys all today. And I'm just fired up about where your 8 steps is going. And I love having a partner like Brenda. She is awesome, and her commitment, the things that she brings to the table to your 8 steps and what she can create and do. I'm super thankful to have her as my partner. I couldn't wish for a better friend and partner. I talk to her all the time, and she creates some amazing splash and squeeze pages for everyone to use. So I hope you take full advantage of everything that we put in here. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.